Hello friends, welcome to Commerce Gyan. In the previous video, we have discussed about business and nature of the business. In the continuation of introduction to business and business environment, let's discuss another topic, that is the scope of business and objective of the business. Right. So we will be discussing about this scope of business and objective of business, and further here we will be going to discuss about economic objective, human objective, social objective, national objective and global objective under the category of objective of business. Right. So first of all, now let's see what is the scope of business. So as we know, business has a wide scope. All the business activities may be grouped into two different categories, that is the industries and the commerce. The activities product involved under these categories have been described below. That is, we can describe industry and commerce separately. So in this category of industry, let's see what is industry. Industry is a concept which involves activities like the extraction, processing, conversion and production. So here, in case of industry, the main concept is here involvement. This involves activities like the extraction, processing, conversion and production, etc. And further, it can categorize under three heads, that is the consumer goods. So as we know, consumer goods that are ultimately consumed by final consumers. So if any goods that is consumed by final consumer, that is known as the consumer goods. So if you see the example under this category, microwave oven, television, scooter, car, clothes, etc. that involve that is under the consumer goods. Second is capital goods, right? So capital goods means that is used as a raw material in the production of the other goods, as known as the capital goods, right? So if any goods that is used for the production of another goods, that is for the final goods, that is known as the capital goods. If you see under this, steel act as a capital goods in the production of the various part like the ships, motor engine, scooter, motorcycle, surgical instrument, etc. Capital goods also include the capital resources like the different machine tools which are used in the manufacture different type of product in the business. So for example, if you are making any final goods, for example TV, so TV or laptop, so if you are making laptop, that means we need a machine through which we can make laptop. So that machinery comes under the capital goods, right? And there are so many examples in this category. Now let's see another example. Another one is intermediate goods. So what is this? So end product of one industry which are used as an intermediary in the other industries. So end product of one industry which are used as the intermediaries in the other industry. So I to produce known as the intermediate goods. So there are so many examples here also. Let's see. One is, so let a company A is making tire and another B is making car, right? So here this company making final goods as a tire and selling to this company, to car making company in assembling, right? So if for this company, this is intermediate good, and here tire is known as the intermediate goods, right? Another next one is commerce. So what is commerce? The process of buying and selling of the goods assisted by few support activities is called commerce, right? So here is main activities, buying and selling of goods assisted by few supporting activities, right? So this is the commerce. So here that may be through export, import, retail, wholesale, etc. The supporting activities include the procurement, storing, grading, ensuring, packaging, transporting, warehousing, etc. This come under the supporting activities, right? So there are four typical hindrance under this. So that is removed by commerce. So first one is hindrance of the person, place, time, and knowledge. So each one removed by commerce. So let's see what further. So hindrance of the person is eliminated by trade, right? And hindrance of the place is eliminated by transportation, packaging, and insurance. Hindrance of the time is eliminated through the storage and warehousing. And hindrance of the knowledge is eliminated through the advertising, salesman, etc. Our next topic is objective of the business. So here are few objective of the business that is important to business. So first one is economic objective, second one is human objective, third one is the social objective, and fourth one is national objective, and last one is global objective. So now we are going to discuss one by one each here. So first one is economic objective. So in case of economic objective, this involves many things like to earn profit. So as we know, what is the profit? So revenue exceed over expenses. So revenue exceed expenses, then the balance is known as the profit, right? So our economic objective, it may be to earn profit. Second one is to create customer. So another objective of the economic objective is to create a pool of customer and retain them. So right, so creating customer and simultaneously retaining them is also one of the key objective under the business. And third one is to promote innovation. As we know, innovation is the key to growth of any business, right? So if you see recently, Mahindra has changed its logo, or if you see Twitter, after change in ownership, that also change its logo. So that also come under the innovation. So right, why? If because people like some changes with the time. So change made in the product, their pattern of the distribution or production process for their improvement is known as the innovation, right? So this is the definition of innovation, and this can be achieved through designing new products, implementing new process, and using new way of distribution, right? And another topic under this category is to use scarce resources optimally. So as we know, here is also optimization also is key to growth of the business. So another economic objective of the business is to use the scarce resources, that is the main materials and machinery, optimally, right? This can be fulfilled by following as, that is efficient use of the personnel, optimum utilization of the machinery, and preventing raw material from being the wasted, right? So through this we can use resource optimally. Another one is to produce goods and services. To produce goods and services having different utilities for the customer is also an objective of the business, right? So these goods and services could also able to meet needs and desire of the customer and satisfy them. Another one under the economic objective is to focus on growth and expansion. So without growth and expansion, business will not be able to reach its potential, right? So growth and expansion should also be key objective under the business objective, right? Or economic objective. And next one is to improve productivity and cost efficiency. So productivity, improvement of the productivity and cost efficiency also involved under the business objective, right? And this improved productivity led to the cost efficiency through the which profit generated. Next one is under the business objective is human objective, right? And what it means, human objective aim at achieving employees satisfaction, right? So human in case of human objective is the aim to achieving employees satisfaction. It ensures well-being and fulfillment of employees expectation, right? So here that should be fulfillment of the employees expectation. People who are handicapped, disabled, deprived of the proper training and education are also supported by the business. And one may categorize human objective under the following heads, right? So under this, first one is to facilitate economic well-being of the employee, right? So as we know that if employees are happy, that means they are doing their job with interest, that means that will lead to business growth, right? So business aim at the economic well-being of their employees by paying them proper incentives and fair wages, right? According to their performance, facilities like the person benefit of provident fund, compensation for medical and housing are given as to infuse the feeling of the satisfaction among the employees. Next one under human objective, to provide social and psychological satisfaction to employees. Here is to satisfy employees socially and psychologically. Satisfaction also key to business growth. Satisfied employee may contribute to focus of businesses, right? In order to achieve this objective, suitable employees are placed at the respective position. Jobs are made interesting, relevant, promoting or increment are offered. Quick and effective grievance handling machinery is to establish, and their suggestions are accepted in decision making. That means overall involvement of the person that involved in the business and their satisfaction, either it might be socially or psychological. Next one is to develop manpower. So under this category, developing manpower of the organization is also a human objective of the business. This can be done by providing them with the proper training and development programs so as to polish their skill and abilities. As we know that with the time, people needs update in the technology and other business process, right? So this come under this develop manpower. Next one under the human objective is to facilitate well-being of the social and economically backward people. So here is the socially and economically backward people also. As we know, in the society made by many peoples. So if we include everyone, that led to be the growth of the business. Either it may be backward people or fiscally challenged. So involvement of everyone is the key to business growth. Next one is social objective. So at the time, in meantime of the development of the business or growth, we also consider the social objective of the business too. The social objective means the social welfare and well-being of the society. So business uses scarce resource like men, machine and material of the society, and therefore this becomes its responsibility to return the favor in terms of the social welfare of the people. So one word here is return to society, right? So as we know that in many cases we use the resources from the public. So we also business has the responsibility to return the society, and this should be done by they should avoid any such business activity which can use harm to people, right? So here also anything that harm the people, that should be avoided. The various social objectives which a business aim to achieve are as the following. The social objective may be this as follows: production and supply of the quality goods services. So every product should have quality. The production and supply of the goods and services, adoption of the fair trade and practices. So the trade should be fair in nature. And next one is contribution to general welfare of the society. So here general welfare should be considered in the mind. Economic well-being of the employees, as we have discussed. Social and psychological satisfaction of the employees, this is also I have discussed. Development of the human resources, well-being of the socially and economically backward people, and creation of the employment, promotion of the social justice, production according to the national priorities. National priority also should be given. Contribution to revenue of the countries, and self-sufficient and export of the export promotion, right? So in next topic we will see in the national and global objective these topics. So next one is here is national objective. So in the business objective, national objective also should be placed. So a country have goals to generate revenue for the national treasury, provide employment opportunity to the resident, produce goods and services in the sufficient quantity, social welfare of its people. So as we know that for any growth of the business, government policy is very much important in the favor of the business. So if a business is going to help in the development of the country, that means in finally they will return from the government, and in the mutual basis development will be in the both of in the business too and in the for the country too. So national objective of the business are as follows. So what it could be? To create employment, right? So creating employment opportunity for the people is one of the national objective of the business, right? So business expand its distribution channel and market and establish different new unit as to achieve its objective. So creation of employment also aim of the national objective, and to promote social justice. So under this category, to promote social justice, another national objective of the business is to promote social justice in the nation. For this, equal job opportunities are offered by the business to different sector of the society, right? So in case of job, it should be equal opportunity for all. Next one is to follow production and supply policy of the nation. So they aim to design their production and the supply process as per the government rules and policies, right? Next one is to contribute to the revenue of the country. So as we know that government development is totally done on the basis of the revenue generation. So if government have more revenue, that means it can expend more on the development of the country. For example, road, highways, and other that is going to help in the business, right? So business should also be responsible to contribute in the revenue of the country. So business aim to pay all the taxes and dues regularly to the government, so as to improve the government revenues. Next one is to make the country self-sufficient and to promote the export, right? So another objective of the business is to reduce the import of the goods and from the countries so as to make the nations self-sufficient, right? So self-sufficient, that means we are going to less import from the foreign and making the any product that is required for the resident in the own nation, right? Our next objective is global objective, right? So under the business objective, so in the new era of the globalization, as we know, this whole world is like a village, right? So here is an increased competition, global market, every business come up with the certain global objective. With the advent of the liberalization of the economic policies, that is the also known as the LPG era. Please write the time period in the comment box when this happened. That is the when this policy came in force. That is also known as the LPG policy. This led to the liberalization of economic policy. Various restrictions on the foreign investment were modified and made easy, and import duties were reduced gradually. That means that means the hurdle between the business that remove, right? And this led to increase in the competitiveness among the global market. And here whole world emerged as a single market, right? Due to the globalization. So business is and this is the following objective here, global objective. So what it could be? To raise general standard of the living. One of the global objective of the business is set to an appropriate standard of the living for its people, right? By making them available with the global equal products and services. That means if whole world is going to become a single market, that means there should be also a global standard for the living also. Next one is to reduce disparities among the nations. As we know that every nation is not have equal opportunities and purchasing power, so that led to disparities among the nation. So another global objective of the business to reduce the difference between the different nations, that is rich and poor. For example, if you see European countries, they have very rich and their life standard is also high. If you see the South Asian countries or African countries, they are poor. So it is so business objective should be to reduce these disparities. So business aim to invest in the different underdeveloped and developing economies of the world so as to reduce the international disparities. Next one is to offer globally competitive goods and services. Offering desired as well as globally competitive products to different nations is also an objective of the business. In this way, business aim to improve the image of the home country and earn more capital, right? So this should be offer global competitive and services. As we know that competition also lead to development of the business, right? So from these topics we have certain question. One is MCQ type. Sole proprietorship is more suitable for which one, right? So please write this answer in the comment section and practice this one is in long answer, right? So that's it from this video. Thanks for watching. If you find this video informative, please do like, share and subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.